How we doing, everybody? Welcome to the Mash and Drum Live. As I mentioned earlier, looking forward to getting into this bottle right here, the Knob Creek Cask Strength Rye Whiskey Limited Release from this year. I had mentioned in a couple of previous live streams that I really want to get into this one. I want to do a live. Found this bottle recently when I was in New York, so want to kind of get into it with you guys. So let's check out who's in the chat so far. Say hi, how we doing? Santa Cruzin is here. Whiskey Throttle, how we doing, guys? Bird Dog's here from Florida. How you doing, man? Nice to see you guys. Pressman's here. How you doing? Okay, so a little bit about this one. So this is Knob Creek's third rye expression that they've released under Jim Beam under the Knob Creek name. This was following their rye release in 2012, their first rye release. And then this guy who's right there on my shelf, that's the single barrel pick, the single barrel picks that were available beginning of this year, or early this year. And then this guy, which they released just this June. So this is coming in at 119.6 proof. That's 59.8% alcohol. This is aged for 9 years in the oldest warehouse over there in Jim Beam, which is Warehouse A. So makes sense. It's the oldest, and this is their Cask Strength rye. So looking forward to getting into this. I just had a sip of some Whistle Pig straight rye to kind of get my palate ready for some rye whiskey. So let's start opening this up. If you guys are in the chat, let me know if you're sipping on anything right now, or if anyone's had this yet. Let me know what your thoughts were on it. I got to work around the wax here right now. All right, here we go. Open this up. Time to unleash the alcohol. All right, here we go. Whew, smells hot. All right, so time for a pour, guys. Here we go. Let's get this in. Oh, pretty dark. Oh, it's got a nice color to it. All right, let me recork that. All right, so what do we got going on here? Santa Cruzin, Bird Dog, Pressman. Yeah, thanks for stopping in, guys. I normally don't do one on Sunday, but I figured why not? This is the first kind of cold weekend in Ohio that we've had in a little while. So what better to warm up than with a 119 proof rye whiskey? So, well, plus I wanted to review this one with you guys, so it'll be fun. So check out the color here. So we have it's a kind of a dark honey color, maybe a little bit of an orange amber type hue to it. It's pretty good. I'm going to get into the nose here a little bit. Wow, so this is it's potent on the nose. It definitely smells like a rye, but not in a super spicy way. So, you know, Jim Beam, as you know, don't release their mash bills. But when I was doing a little bit of research on it, their ryes tend to be on the lower scale, so a lower rye. So it obviously has to be 51% rye to be called a rye or straight rye. But most people think that this rye in particular is on the lower scale. So, you know, if anything, maybe it's right at 51, maybe it's at the low 60s, something like that. So immediately you're getting a lot of caramelized brown sugar, like deep, dark brown sugars. A lot of that barrel char. There's kind of a like a tree, like a fresh cut tree scent in there too. You ever go outside and somebody's chopping down a tree and you kind of smell that fresh wood, maybe like a tree sap? Definitely get that on the nose a little bit. Yeah, but it's still a lot of barrel char. You know, that age is definitely coming through, and that that alcohol. It's good. All right, I'm gonna kind of swirl this around a little bit. All right, guys, I'm ready to go in on this. So, cheers, happy Sunday. Here we go. Wow. All right, so that is wow, that's pretty delicious. So right off the bat, it's uh it's like taking a slice of rye bread, toasting it, and then putting like honey on it, and then taking a bite. At least that's what it tastes like to me so far. Really good. Mm. All right. Well, I'm trying to navigate that first sip. Let me go into the chat here. Hey, Mike's here from Bourbon Shenanigans. How you doing, man? Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Pressman, Richie Z. How we doing, guys? Bird Dog's here. He's sipping some Wild Turkey 101 on the rocks. Always a good favorite, man. Let's see here. Santa Cruz in. Mike no complains. Whiskey Throttle, his phone's dying. He's switching to Apple TV. It's all good, buddy. As long as you can come on. Thanks for coming in. Santa Cruz, and I miss it. Yes, the age statement's 9 years. Thanks for that, Mike. Pressman, I love a barely legal rye and a high rye mash bill. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I said, Jim Beam tends to be a little bit on the lower end scale of a rye, from what everybody says. Yeah, this doesn't already taste like a high rye because it's more sweet. It doesn't have that rye kick and spice to it. That kind of like you get. I have a bottle of Willet back there. That one tastes more like a rye spice to me than this one. Let's go back to the second sip, guys. Here we go. I mean, this stuff it's very, very mouth coating. It's a long, long Kentucky hug. Woo. Yeah, I am warm. This is perfect for today because it's starting to get cold again here in Ohio. So, Santa Cruz in. Jason, compared to the 115 store pick, Knob Creek, is there a noticeable difference? You know what, Santa Cruz, and that's a good question. You want to find out? Let's find out. I got one right here. This is, I had finished a bottle of this a while back, but this is a new pick that I got. So, you know what? Why not? Let's open it and let's compare. All right. Man, this bottle makes a mess when you open it. All right, here we go. Let's pop this one open. Let's go right in here. Oh, that one has some stuff in it. So let me, this is a brand new glass here. Yeah, Santa Cruz, and that was your plan the whole time, right? You just wanted me to open that one up? Okay. All right. So this right here, this is your, this is the Knob Creek Cask strength. And this is your 115 single barrel. Not much of a color difference, actually, if you look here. To me, not much of a color difference. Both pretty viscous. Yeah, you guys didn't have to twist my arm at all. I was like, oh, let's just do it. Okay, that's fine. That's what it's about, though. All right, so on the nose, the Knob Creek single barrel is a lot lighter, kind of like I thought it would be. Um, but you still get the alcohol. You still get some of the same notes that you're getting in this one, but not nearly as elevated. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna try the 115. This is the single barrel. I'm gonna get a taste of this one. Okay. So now keep in mind that the Knob Creek single barrel are mostly a lot of them are picks. I think all of them are picks actually. So this is 115 proof. Um, slightly less than the cask strength. But for me, this one, it's more. This one for me is more wood forward, and it's got that Knob Creek funk, if you know what I'm talking about. Knob Creek to me has a very specific type of a flavor and aftertaste, and I'm definitely getting that in here. Where I'm not getting it as much on the cask strength. You get it slightly, but it's more. You're getting more of those enhanced flavors. Let's see. All right, so as the single barrel one opens up a little bit, second sip of that one, the rye spice is there, but it's honey. It's very wood forward. You're getting you're getting a little bit of that honey flavors, a little bit of vanilla. It's not as mouth coating. It's strange because it's such a difference between the 4 points proof, but I don't really know. It doesn't have the stats of where this one was actually aging. So this one, was in warehouse A, probably in a pretty good sweet spot. So you're just getting a lot more flavors from it. I mean, this is a nice rye. It's a really good rye. It's definitely a step above the regular Knob Creek rye, but still, I don't find it as flavorful or as well-rounded as this one. But still a great rye. It's really good. If you like that Knob Creek profile, I think this is a great deal, great bargain. But I'm gonna pour a little bit more of this in, and then I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of water and see if that changes anything. So being such a high proof. So pour that baby in a little bit. I'm making a mess. All right. Let's see, what do we got going on here? Heading to Destin. Don, a rise for me are a lot better after leaving an open bottle for a few months and coming back to it. Don, I would agree with you. I find that with some rise too. It's weird how, and I don't know if you guys have been watching my reviews with scotches this month, but I'm finding that with the scotches too. After I open the scotch, and even more so in scotch, when I open a bottle, leave it, and then kind of come back to it, it tastes a little bit different, but in a good way. Let's see, Pressman around here, $70 cask strength, which is 47, 115 single. Yeah, Pressman. Yeah, that's pretty much what I paid for both bottles. The 115, it's a great bottle, but I have a hard time kind of saying, oh, definitely get that one over the regular Knob Creek rye. But if you really like those regular Knob Creek rye flavors and want a super enhanced experience, then this one will do it. Let's see, Donner. Yeah, big time of scotch. Yeah, it's. I noticed it a lot in the scotch. When I did the Spice Tree review, I really liked the Compass Box Spice Tree. That was a damn good dram. And then I went back to it a couple days later and had some more, and it definitely it changed just a slight bit. To me, it was those baking spices were maybe a little bit more subdued, and that toasted barley was coming through that was used on the ends of the barrel. So it was really good. All right. So back to the Knob Creek cask strength. I'm going to add a little bit of water to this and see what it does. Just a couple drops. All right. I love how it makes it all cloudy, so you know it's not filtered at all. Let's see. Hey, Scott's here from my bourbon journey. How you doing, buddy? I'm doing the Cask Strength Rye from Knob Creek, the limited release. Doing a live review here. So quick review, guys, just as you know. So on the nose, caramelized sugars, a lot of barrel char. There's a hint of kind of fresh cut trees, I think I mentioned, that I got from it. And on the palate, it's pretty alcohol forward. You're gonna feel it coming down. Vanilla. I said I think toasted rye bread with some honey on it. Really nice long finish. It's really good. It's Knob Creek rye, just kicked up. Really good stuff. Scott said he really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's really good, Scott. All right, so I just added a few drops of water to this, letting it kind of commingle a little bit. Swirl it around and see if it does anything. See on the nose. Wow, so it cut the alcohol down a lot, and now all I'm really getting is that I can't get the fresh cut tree and the tree sap out of my head now. That's all I'm really smelling. There's still that vanilla on it, that spice, a little bit of the rye spice, but definitely some vanilla in there. But the water did help the alcohol coming. Hey, the Dan Trout. How you doing? How you doing, buddy? All right, guys. So before I take a sip of this, a little bit of a plug. I want to mention that this Wednesday, Scott from my bourbon journey and the Dan Trout, who is super, super amazing of him to send both myself and Scott some blind samples of various bourbons and whiskey. I'm not really sure what he sent. We're going to be doing a live tasting of these samples. So basically, Scott and I are going to kind of go. We're going to kind of choose. I don't think we'll be able to do all of them. He sent a good amount, but we're going to do most of them. Try to pick out what we think it is, what we maybe rank them. We're still kind of talking that through. But Wednesday is going to be a really, really fun night. We have a lot of samples to try, and I'm really looking forward to it. Again, that's going to be with Scott and Dan. So it's going to be awesome. So definitely join us for that. All right, guys. So I'm going in now with after a couple of drams of water here, a couple of shots of water. So let's see what it did to the flavor. Yeah, it's strange. It actually really didn't cut the alcohol down too much, but now the flavors are more. Now it's kind of a disconnected experience now for me. So what I mean by that is now you're getting flavors up front and just all alcohol on the end, whereas when you have it without water, it's more of a fully encompassing, rounded off kind of experience and taste and flavor. So, for me, I think I definitely prefer it without water, like I do most things. Some things are better with water for me, but most things aren't. Let's see here. Yeah. I think as it's sitting now, it's definitely getting sweeter. Yeah, I think actually as it's sitting now with the water, it's getting a little bit better. Now it's just becoming a lot sweeter, more rounded off. It's good. This is a really good rye. I'm glad I got this. Yeah, it's like syrupy sweet now. It's not too potent. Really, really heavy on the vanilla, but you still keep that barrel char. It's got good balance all the way through. It's just a really nice experience from beginning to end. Really good. Man, this is a really good dram for just just hanging out on a cold night, especially today here in Ohio. I'm gonna take this out after we're done here on my porch and just sit and just sip on this until I'm warm enough to go back inside. Mm. Scott, I prefer to neat also. Yeah, yeah, I agree. It's good with water. If you want to cut down that alcohol a little bit, it definitely gets sweeter. But if you really want that full experience here of what you're getting out of this, it's definitely the way to go is neat. Really good. All right, so like I said, so this was about $70. Um, do I recommend it? I think for me, I would. But if you if you like a lower rye level, so like a little bit of a lower rye, because I really believe that this is a lower rye. If you like a little bit of a lower rye level, you like that Knob Creek kind of flavor profile, that little bit of Knob Creek funk on the end, that flavor that usually brings to Knob Creek from Jim Beam. I think you'll really, really like this. It's a high proof. It's a full drinking experience from beginning to end. You could just sip on this stuff and it'll last you a while. I give my little stamp of approval here. You want to take a close look at the bottle. It's got this cool little copper button on it. It says limited release. Gives you all the stats here: warehouse, proof, barrel number. It's really cool. Yeah, I really enjoy it. Scott, this is $55 in your area? Man, lucky guy. Yeah, this was $70 in New York, which wasn't bad. I mean, that's what I thought the MSRP was, but for 55, I definitely get it 55, especially if this is about 48, 49. Really good stuff. All right, guys. So a couple of quick announcements of kind of my next. After I'm done in September with all the scotch I've been trying. Well, tomorrow my next scotch episode is going to be. Let's see. It's going to be this guy. I'm reviewing the GlenDronach 12 and doing a quick comparison because as I was going down my scotch journey, everyone said, "Oh, why don't you get into some sherry whiskeys?" I've been kind of leaning away from that so far. So this is a sherry bomb, as they call it. And I was asking about Macallan 12, and they said, don't do Macallan. It's great, but you should try GlenDronach 12 instead. So what I'm going to do is this, and then do a quick cameo. I bought a tiny little bottle of Macallan 12 to compare. So that'd be kind of cool to see how this one stacks up against this. I know this is aged a little bit differently. This is PX Pedro Jimenez and also Oloroso, whereas this is primarily Oloroso. But Macallan is such a, you see it everywhere. It's such a big name. I'm curious how they kind of go back and forth. Also coming up, I got this one, the Old Pulteney 12, which was to try some maritime type drams. I know when I was speaking a little bit with Roy from Aquavite, he told me to, try some things with Old Putney and also Talisker, some of those maritime drams. And then I scared the hell out of myself, and I got this guy, the Ardbeg 10, which probably I'm going to do, which will probably be one of my last ones as I get into the peated stuff. But I figured if I'm going to go all in, let's go all in. And also, when I was in New York, I picked up this one, which is the brand new Glenfiddich Fire and Cane. So I figured I'm gonna definitely do a review of this, just to see what kind of flavors this brings. This is primarily, it has some kind of, I think it's peated, it's smoky whiskey finished in sweet rum casks. So that sounded really, really interesting to me. So I'll be trying that too. So back to this one. Wow, that's really good stuff. Yeah, thanks, Richie. I appreciate it. Yeah, guys can hit the like button. That'd be great. Um, let's see. As you like high proof, consider the Aberlour Abunad. It's an amazing sherry bomb. The Old Putney is very nice, especially for the price. Yeah, Don, I was really surprised. The Old Putney here was like 27 bucks. I was super surprised because every other scotch I bought is between like $50, $60. But for that one, for that, and had, I had a lot of recommendations to try that one, even over Talisker. So yeah, really looking forward to getting into that one. Like I said, my next one, right after we're done here, I'm going to shoot my next episode for tomorrow, which will be the Glendronach versus the Macallan, which will be pretty cool. And then, so I want to ask you guys real quick. So I have a company here that I work with in Columbus, Ohio, called the Columbus Barrel Company. They're a really cool company. Basically, what they do is they source old barrels from all sorts of distilleries. They do a lot of work with Four Roses and Jim Beam, Heaven Hill, wherever they can get some barrels from, and they turn it into furniture and a lot of other really cool things. So they were kind enough to make this for me, which is I don't know if you guys notice it during my reviews, but it's my mash and drum little flask here. And basically, if I was thinking about getting more of these made and then doing some giveaways, so I figured if any of you guys would be interested in, trying to grab one of these, let me know, and then I'm gonna have them make more, and hopefully, do some live streams and give some of these away. Let's see here. Going back. Yeah, just a damn fine, good rye whiskey. That is delicious. I love it. If you can get it, pick it up. So a couple of other bottles coming up in. So in October, once I'm done with my Scotchy September, once we hit October, back into bourbons and ryes. So I want to go through a couple of other bottles that I got. So I picked up these guys and this one. So let's see. Hey, Spalmy's here. How you doing? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming in. Nice idea with the flask. Yeah, it's so cool. Since I they got me a barrel here. So I can move the camera here. This is it's a Jim Beam barrel. So they were kind enough to get that for me and do the label on it, and they reglaze it. It looks awesome. And then they made this for me, and they said if you need more, let us know. We could kind of churn some more out. So definitely gonna do that. So I picked up this guy in New York, which I'm super excited. So I don't know if you guys saw any of the streaming from the opening over at the Crowded Barrel Distillery. So this was one of the distilleries that was there, the Yellow Rose. This was kind of their high award winner, as you see up here. This is the Yellow Rose Outlaw Bourbon Whiskey. It is 100% corn, but aged in Texas, obviously. And this stuff's supposed to be really, really good. So I'll be reviewing that soon. Also, this is my first Willet bottle. I've had Willet in the past, but this is the first one I've gotten to own. This one is a 3-year expression, 106.6 proof. We're getting into that one. And one that I'm super, super excited about is this guy, is the Kings County Distillery Bottled in Bond, which, so obviously this is 100%, 100 proof, but this is a distillery in New York. This stuff came very, very, very highly recommended. So I was able to grab it. It was the last one. So I'll be reviewing that one as well. And trying to think of anything else. Oh, yes. And next weekend, I will be down in Kentucky for the big bourbon event and heading to Four Roses to wait online to try to get my hands on a bottle of 130th anniversary Four Roses. They're releasing their 130th anniversary expression. I think it's got 5 or 6 different types of bourbons in there, aged. I don't remember the stats offhand, but it's supposed to be pretty amazing. So I'm going to be down there trying to get my hands on a bottle of that. So good. Pressman, let's see what's going on in the chat here. Just spotted the yellow rose for $50. Didn't know it's 100% corn. Yeah, I didn't know that either until I was reading the label. It had this one double gold at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition. The same infamous spirits competition that has ruined Henry McKenna for everybody because nobody can find it anymore for the most part. Scott, that will be awesome. Hope you get one. Have a great time. Yeah, I've never done one of these things before, so I'm planning on going there pretty early, waiting online, pulling up a chair, bringing a backpack full of jerky, and I'm probably going to fill this with some Four Roses and kind of sip on it as I'm waiting to get in and hopefully get my hands on a bottle. So it should be pretty cool. Hope you get one. Four Roses makes unique and yummy whiskey. Yeah, Donna. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Bird Dog, enjoy Kentucky. Yeah, I'm hoping, if anything, to definitely pick up some more Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond whiskeys, which would be great. Considering the rumors that it could be going away, I'm not really sure. Okay, one other bottle that I picked up that I'm going to be reviewing that I want to review is that one right up there. If you could see it, it's the Knob Creek 25th anniversary. I'm a big fan of Knob Creek, so Jim Beam for the most part. As you guys know, I love Booker's and that flavor profile. So I'm looking to get over there. Bird Dog, you're lucky that Kentucky is Ohio adjacent. Yeah, it's only 3 hours. It's a 3-hour drive from my house right to Kentucky. Really quick drive. And then it's about another half hour to 45 minutes into where Four Roses is. So should be not too bad. Pressman also spotted an 80% American whiskey from Yellow Rose for $30. Yeah, this was the only one they had when I was there, and this was the last one. So as soon as I saw it, I grabbed it. Especially since this was the one that I think it was either Scott or Bart from the Scotch Test Run. I think one of those guys called it out, saying that they really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. So actually, I'll give you some stats on this one. So this is batch 18. This is actually bottle number 1 of 93. Wow, I have a first bottling. I didn't even know that. I didn't even see that. Cool. It's 92 proof, 46%, which is nice. That's a pretty good proof. I am anticipating it to be somewhat sweet, but I'm not really sure. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. That'll probably be my first review coming out of into October, unless I get my hands on that Four Roses 130th. Then I'm definitely going to open it up and share it with you guys. So please wish me luck. It'd be great. Yeah, Bird Dog. It says number 1. Number 1 from it says 1 of 93. So it's probably just that barrel. I don't think it's the first bottle, but it's probably just it's probably 1 from 93. So, yeah, so really good stuff. So guys, so that is pretty much it. Just wanted to jump on here and give you guys a quick review of this guy. So like I said, I really enjoyed this one. It's really good. I'm going to pour some more, sip on it a little bit. If you really like Knob Creek Rye, definitely go out. If you see this, grab a bottle of it. It's really good. It's a really good rye drinking experience. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. Be on the lookout for my review tomorrow of the Glendronach 12 up against Macallan 12. See which one comes out. I'm not going to do it blind. I'm just going to go head to head, see which one I like better. And then remember again, this Wednesday, myself, Scott from My Bourbon Journey, and we're going to be doing some blind tastings. We got a bunch of really cool bottles from Dan Trout. He's going to join us on the live stream as well. So what we're going to do is going to have Dan kind of sip along with us if he wants to, and then he's going to do the reveal to let us know what we tried and hopefully see how either right or wrong we were, which will be pretty cool. So with that, I'll see you guys Wednesday. Hit the subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends about the channel. I'm trying to grow it as much as I can. And with that, as I always say, guys, it's not about the whiskey, it's who you share it with. So have a great Sunday, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers, everybody.